When it comes to community building, when it comes to online course instruction, there are a lot of platforms that you can choose from. In today's conversation, I want to compare those two important platforms to choose from, to actually choose this year. You have Teachable and you have Thinkific. And so this will be a quick comparison of those two platforms. And the big question is, which one should you actually choose, right? So before I get into the nitty gritty, I want to really define for you. I want to contextualize for you what those platforms are, okay? So what are Teachable and Thinkific? So Teachable and Thinkific are actually cloud-based platforms that allow you to sell online courses from your website. So you can upload all types of content, including videos and quizzes, structure your courses, protect course content, accept payment online, deliver content professionally, and further engage your students. So that's pretty good. So most importantly, one thing I've seen is that you don't need technical skills to do all of those things, okay? Because this is a cloud; those are cloud-based platforms. They have done the back end work for you. So their teams actually handle like whether Teachable or Thinkific. The teams there handle the techy stuff like hosting, security, updates, and maintenance. So that's pretty good. So the basic idea behind both solutions is to provide an easy to use platform that lets you start quickly and focus on your core job of creating and selling courses. Okay. Now, another important thing to consider is that Teachable and Thinkific are not course marketplaces like Udemy or Skillshare. Okay, so you have complete control over pricing, student data, and your policies. For example, refunds and discounts. So while those two platforms are broadly similar in terms of their capabilities, they differ quite a bit in terms of specific features, which I'll get into very soon. Specific features. Okay. Now, first, let's talk about ease of use. Ease of use, no problem. Okay. Those two platforms perform pretty well in terms of UX, user experience, but also UI, user interface. So that's pretty good. What about the course builder? Course builder is also pretty strong. Okay. They have drag and drop course builders that you can use. You can actually you can use to upload and structure your courses like content very easily. So that's pretty good. You also have AI tools. Okay. So those two platforms have introduced a few AI tools in their course builder. So you have outline generator, quiz generator, summary generator, subtitles generator, and lesson writing assistant. So on those three elements, you have a tie between the two platforms. So let's talk about learning and engagement. So I first want to talk about quizzes and certificates. So while both platforms allow you to create graded quizzes that support multiple choice and multi-select questions, Thinkific has an edge over Teachable if you really want to go into the granular aspect of stuff. Because Thinkific, for example, offers advanced quiz features like randomized question banks. They add you can add explanations, and you also have the ability to import questions which are currently not supported on Teachable. Okay, so this is something to really think about. And one thing I also want to say here is that from a flexibility point of view, you also have a pretty strong course, a pretty strong how do I say it, a pretty strong element. Okay, so that's pretty good from a flexibility point of view. And one thing I also want to say here is that when you think about Teachable versus Thinkific, Thinkific has a full-fledged text editor that allows you to format your questions and answer choices to your preferences. So again, that's pretty good in terms of flexibility. So in contrast, Teachable only supports plain text and images for questions and limits answer choices to text, which is somewhat restrictive if you want to really look at it from that point of view, right? Now, both platforms let you create assignments so your students can upload their work for you to review. However, Thinkific goes a step further because the platform allows you to share your feedback with a student and manually approve or reject the assignment. So that's pretty good. And Thinkific also allows you to create surveys to collect student feedback. And with Teachable, you'll need to use a solution like Google Forms, okay, which is actually adding an extra layer of tech stuff, right? And so Talking about certificates, both Teachable and Thinkific allow you to create and send certificates of completion, okay, natively on the platform. And with Teachable, you have three pre-designed templates that you can choose from, or you can also code a template from scratch. So that's pretty good. And by default, a Teachable certificate is actually linked to a course and automatically sent to students upon completion. So you have actually flexibility there too. And in terms of content dripping and locking, basically this is actually pretty good because both platforms allow you to drip your content either based on student enrollment or by course start date. And dripping works similarly on both platforms. The main difference between the two platforms regarding dripping is that Teachable on one end can automatically send drip emails to students, while Thinkific cannot send automated emails for new content releases. So this is something to really highlight here. Another important feature is content locking or course compliance. Both Teachable and Thinkific let you restrict your students' progress unless they complete the previous lesson or pass a graded quiz. So that's pretty good. But one thing I've seen is that Thinkific's course compliance feature is more flexible. What about online community? Let's talk about the online community. So if you want to create a community for your students, Teachable and Thinkific have built-in community builders. The communities look good out of the box and are a great way to facilitate discussions, okay? Both let you organize your community into spaces and create discussion posts, okay? And your members can participate in those discussions, and they can also post their own threads. So that's pretty good. However, there are a few differences between the two because Thinkific also lets you create events inside your community, while Teachable supports awarding badges to members based on their activity level. So you got to really understand what's important for you, right? And similarly, Thinkific communities are accessible through mobile apps, while Teachable communities are not. So that's something that's pretty good. But one thing you need to really understand is that bottom line is that the two community builders are basic, both from both platforms, and they can't replace specialized community builders yet. Okay, they don't support important features such as native video uploading, quizzes, polls, direct messaging, and live streaming. But they can still work with other tools to actually help you create simpler support groups for your online courses. For live classes, those two platforms are pretty good. Okay, so there is not a clear winner here. I would say it's a tie, as it is a tie also for online community. Okay, now the one thing I want to say here is that what I love about those two platforms is that they allow you to integrate with Zoom to facilitate live classes. You can also integrate Microsoft Teams. You can also do the same with WebEx. And if you want to really integrate other video tools, you can do so through Zapier. So that's pretty good. And other product types to really think about. So apart from online courses, both platforms support a few other product types. Both let you create digital downloads, product bundles, and memberships. Additionally, Teachable supports a coaching product, so you can create a one-on-one coaching program with milestones, set pricing, build an intake form, and communicate with clients via private messaging. So this is really good, and I think when it comes to that, you have a possibility to actually get things done faster. So that's really good. However, one thing I want to say here also is that Thinkific supports a live events product for selling one-on-one coaching sessions, but lacks features for milestone-based programs or private messaging. You can also use it to sell live webinars and workshops, but it doesn't have built-in features for live streaming. So something to really think about. So you also have content delivery. So when a student clicks on a course, Teachable first takes them to the curriculum overview page before entering the course player. It offers also three themes for the curriculum page, and you can customize the design actually. And meanwhile, Thinkific takes students directly to the course player where they can see all the modules and lessons. So that's really important. And the course players in Teachable and Thinkific, they look modern and professional. So you don't have to worry about a poor user experience or let's say a poor UI. Okay, everything is well designed from a user experience perspective, and your users can easily navigate between lessons and see their progress. Actually, so the cool thing is, if you want to engage your users, you want to give them the possibility to see exactly what they are working on and how far they're making progress. Okay, so in terms of course creation, the bottom line here is that both Thinkific and Teachable perform very well in that department. They include those two platforms include all the important features, and you can't go wrong with either one. Okay, however, Teachable has a slight edge with its more powerful assessment tools and flexible mobile app options. What about site design and customization? So basically, those two platforms are great also. Okay, they offer unlimited hosting and an SSL certificate for your website. You get a free subdomain for your website. Like it can be xxxteachable.com or xssthinkific.com. You can also use a custom domain if you want. However, Teachable's login, sign up, and checkout pages don't support custom domains. Okay, you can completely customize the site text on both platforms, and you can also remove the platform branding from your website and course player, allowing you to actually white label your course platform. So that's pretty good. In terms of website themes, here you have a clear winner. Okay, so Thinkific has a theme library, and it currently has good site themes available. Teachable is not really there yet. Okay, they don't have a real site theme feature. It has a default. The platform has a default template, and all the websites built on Teachable use it. So in that department, when it comes to website themes, Thinkific is actually the winner here. What about page builder? Let's talk about page builders, and especially if you're not really into coding and I would say programming. So both Teachable and Thinkific have a drag and drop page builder, which you can use to create the home page, course sales pages, and other website pages. Right? Both page builders have live editors where you will see the changes you make on your website in real time. However, there are some significant differences between the two builders, and the most crucial difference is the number of page elements available for use actually. So in Thinkific, one thing I've seen is that these page elements are called sections, and there are about 20 to 25 section types you can add to your page. So whether you want to add a hero section, display testimonials, show pricing details, or FAQs, or even add some text with images, you can actually do that in Thinkific. Okay, so that's something to really think about. So overall, you have a well-rounded view. Okay, so when it comes to website creation, Thinkific actually emerges as a clear winner over Teachable in terms of the capabilities. Okay, because it just has a library of site themes and a more powerful page builder that makes creating a unique website much easier and quicker. So let's talk about sales and marketing. So those two platforms are pretty good. They offer handy sales and marketing tools. So you can actually, I would say it's a tie or nearly a tie, depending on what you're talking about. For instance, in terms of product pricing, both both platforms allow you to create a one-time price, a recurring subscription, or a payment plan. You can also bundle multiple products and sell them together. Okay. And regarding subscriptions, both platforms allow you to set specific billing periods, such as monthly, quarterly, or annually. Additionally, Teachable allows you to charge weekly and bi-weekly as well. Okay, so that's kind of important. And both also let you create a free trial, but the ability to charge a custom first payment is only available on Thinkific. Okay, but you have workarounds in Teachable, so that shouldn't be a problem. Okay. What about payments and checkout? So basically, the default gateway on the two platforms are called the Teachable Pay and Thinkific Payments. Both are managed gateways powered by Stripe in the backend, and they charge processing fees similar to Stripe actually. Okay, and both are available in the US, UK, Canada, EU, Australia, and more. And in addition to enabling card payments, they offer several additional benefits. They also support digital wallets like Apple Pay and Google Pay. You can also enable buy now, pay later, and they collect and remit sales taxes on your behalf. So you can see that you're really taken care of from a regulatory point of view, but also administrative point of view. Okay. And regarding checkouts, both platforms have an optimized one-step checkout process where users enter their personal information and pay on the same page. So nothing really complicated, nothing really, I would say, cumbersome. Okay, from a user's point of view, pretty straightforward. So that's pretty good. And also, one feature that's exclusive to Teachable is abandoned checkouts. You don't have that on Thinkific. It's only exclusive to a Teachable. You can send an email to people who didn't complete the checkout, reminding them to complete their purchase. Otherwise, you can add order bumps and one-click upsells to your checkout process on both platforms, which is actually a great way to increase your average order value. So both platforms have well-designed checkout pages and flexible payment options, though they are somewhat restrictive when using your own gateway. So something to really think about. So what about affiliate marketing? So both Teachable and Thinkific allow you to add affiliates to your school so that they can promote your courses too, right? So that's pretty good. They allow you to set a custom commission percentage for your affiliates and select which courses you want them to promote. So that's really good. However, you can't really define the commission percentage at the course level. It has to be at the program level. And also, each affiliate has a private dashboard to get their affiliate share links and track their performance. So that's pretty good to have an affiliate dashboard. So you want to incentivize your affiliates and make sure they know what their production quota, their production, I would say, their performance level. Okay. And one thing you need to understand here is that when it comes to affiliate marketing, Teachable's features are more powerful and customizable because you can create an application form for affiliates to apply to your program. You can set a custom cookie period for affiliate tracking. Affiliates can point to pages built outside Teachable. And with back office, Teachable can automatically pay out to your affiliates too. So that's pretty good. And so apart from affiliate marketing, Teachable also lets you create a student referral program. You can incentivize your students to refer their friends and family to your courses by offering discounts. Okay. Now Thinkific doesn't have that feature, and you will need to use a third-party app to add this functionality. So this is why Teachable wins in this department big time. And other marketing tools, it really depends on what you mean by marketing, because both platforms emails features are limited to sending the default transactional emails such as purchase receipts and course welcome emails. Additionally, you can send a one-off broadcast to your students. However, neither platform offers advanced email marketing features such as email sequences and automation, and you'll need to use a third-party email marketing tool for that. So that's something to really remember, especially from a scalability point of view. Thinkific has also introduced a feature for creating funnels on the platform. The idea is to guide students through a series of landing pages to promote your courses. So this is really good from a flexibility point of view. So bottom line is, in terms of sales and marketing, Thinkific and Teachable take care of the essential sales and marketing tools. Okay. So I will say here, overall, it's a tie. So when it comes to reporting and administration, one thing I've realized is that those two platforms provide comprehensive reporting and administrative tools to help you manage your online course business. Okay. And this is kind of important. So when I say reporting and analytics, for instance, basically regarding course reporting capabilities, both platforms let you track student progress, completion rates, quiz scores, and video engagement. Okay. You can also pull specific reports based on groups in Thinkific and tags in Teachable. So that's pretty good. And you can drill down to see how individual students progress through the course, which lessons they've completed and when, how much time they have spent on each lesson, and more. So this is really cool. And in terms of people management, so one thing I want to say here is that apart from revenue analytics, I'm still talking about reporting, right? Thinkific wins a little bit here because Thinkific offers several reports to monitor your sales performance besides revenue analytics. So you get detailed analytics for product orders, including total orders and top product by orders. The platform has a subscription report to track key metrics like churn rate and MRR, so monthly recurring revenue. This is useful if you use Thinkific as a membership platform. And the platform also has a marketing report where you can track website visitors and checkout conversions. Okay, so the MRR sort of feature is pretty good because having a monthly recurring revenue is an important element to actually sustain a business, whether it is a coaching business or an online instruction business, right? What about people management? Both platforms are really great also here, no problem. In terms of integrations, basically Thinkific actually has a slight edge because Thinkific has about 100 integrations, whereas Teachable has about 20 integrations. So what about pricing? So I want you to look on the screen here. Here is the first pricing model for Teachable. So you can see that you have 4 pricing tiers, right? The starter, the builder, the growth, and the advanced. So from $29 to $309 per month. So this is actually as of the date of this show. Okay, so this is pretty good, and this is for Teachable. And let's compare that to Thinkific. I want you to see on the screen here. Here is the screenshot for Thinkific. Okay. So you can see that in terms of pricing, those two platforms are relatively similar because basically Teachable is giving you a starter price at $29, and Thinkific is giving you a basic price at $36 per month. And the top tier, the growth tier on Teachable is charging you a $139, and the growth tier on Thinkific is charging you $149. So basically, what you have as advanced on Teachable is what Thinkific calls Thinkific Plus. Okay, so they want you to really contact sales. So basically, you have the same price. So in terms of final thoughts, which one should you go for? One thing I want to establish real fast is that those two platforms are legit. They are actually valid. They've been around for a while. Okay, so the one that you choose depends on what you're really looking for, because both platforms have a lot to offer, even though Thinkific has a clear edge over Teachable in some aspects. Because Thinkific offers better assessment tools, flexible mobile app options, powerful reporting tools, and a more extensive app store. Thinkific also has a much better site building features than Teachable. Okay, however, the biggest advantage is actually pricing. Okay, so that's important. But Teachable actually basically is a great platform too. You can do a lot of stuff, especially when it comes to flexibility. You have AI tools also to actually use. So this is something to really think about this year. So in conclusion to this conversation, I spoke to you about Teachable versus Thinkific. Okay, I gave you a bird's eye view of those two platforms, features, pricing, and also and other important elements. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.